is really happening?
Yeah, it's happening.
In Season 1 of Chaos Theory, we were introduced to the fact that Ben has a girlfriend, but we never actually saw her, so who is she? Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Jurassic World Chaos Theory video. In our latest video, we discussed how this animated show could be setting up the future movie that is set to release next year. Today, we're going on a more of a smaller scale and discussing something that was only briefly discussed in the show, but still has me thinking, who exactly is Ben's girlfriend? Is she actually real? Will we ever get to see her? Well, we're going to be discussing exactly that in today's video. We're still aiming for 250,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and with just under 30,000 to go, I strongly believe that we stand a chance at the target. So whilst we await for Chaos Theory Season 2 to drop relatively soon, hopefully in September, why not satisfy your hunger in the meantime by pressing that subscribe button for more Jurassic World related content here on YouTube. We have a like goal of 1,500 likes on today's video, so why not also like the video if you're excited. But for now, I know you're here for the Chaos Theory content, so why not sit back, relax, and enjoy your G Fuel after using code SWERVE, as it's time to find out who Ben's girlfriend was in Jurassic World Chaos Theory. So of course, as these campers start to grow into their young adult years, it is clear that they are going to start forming relationships, and one of which that took me by surprise was Ben suddenly having a girlfriend. Unfortunately, from what we know, we never really get to see her because she lives in Europe. So what do we know about her so far? Well, we know that she's from Europe, and unfortunately, when Americans say Europe, they just say Europe. They never really specify the country. We could be talking Eastern European, Bulgarian Europe. We could be talking Asian, Turkish Europe. We may be even talking Peninsular, Portuguese Europe, or maybe even just something standard like France or the United Kingdom, maybe even Scandinavia. There are loads of countries in Europe, guys, so please, if you're American and you're going to Europe, say what country you're going to instead, because just saying Europe doesn't mean anything. And please, Ben, in Season 2, can you please confirm to us where in Europe your girlfriend is supposedly from, because that makes theorizing things a lot easier. But all we know is that she's from the continent of Europe. Now, what else do we know about her so far? Well, we do know that Ben actually met her just after Brooklyn died, which is actually quite important, so I want you guys to remember that for later in this video. And we do know that Ben and his girlfriend are still together as of the events of Chaos Theory Season 1. So they haven't broken up, they haven't departed ways, so it does seem as though they are still together, which is quite surprising considering how he must have been off the radar, off the grid for quite some time by throwing away his phone. So I would assume that potentially his girlfriend's not too happy, if she does exist. Because as I'm sure that many of you guys are aware, because we watch American movies, when an American person says that they have a girlfriend and she's from Canada, typically that means, well, there's a high chance that means that that girlfriend doesn't actually exist. And I assume maybe something similar is going on here with Europe. But I do believe she does exist, but not to the extent that we are thinking right now. Because we never actually saw her. We also know that we never saw her. So we just have Ben's word to go off it, and we don't really know where exactly from Europe she's from. We don't know how old she is. We don't know how they met, I assume obviously online, but the key thing here is that we never saw her. So let's get into this. From what we know, Ben has never met her in person. So not only does she seem to be a long distance girlfriend, but she seems to be more of a online girlfriend, which there is a difference. Long distance girlfriend means that you speak to her over the phone, you FaceTime with her, you know, that type of stuff. You actually have a relationship and you know that she does exist and she is alive, living out there. But a online girlfriend, it's where you start to get into the weird territory, because you're just messaging a computer at that point. So I'm not too sure where we can diagnose Ben's girlfriend at. Maybe she is just an online girlfriend, but maybe they have spoken and met in person. But to me, it seems like she's more of an online girlfriend rather than a long distance girlfriend, just because we have no information that they actually have met. So for all we know, they've just been texting, and that's pretty much it. But here's where the theory starts to get interesting, which I'm sure you're here for because of the thumbnail. I believe that Brooklyn is Ben's girlfriend. Yeah, I know. Hear me out on this. So, as we know, Brooklyn is alive. She went undercover, and it seems like she may be the broker, which we'll talk about in another video. She seems to be pulling strings and running Dark Jurassic, which, again, Ben did originally tell her about. So it does seem as though that Brooklyn is more on the shady side of things than to her cute, loving, caring personality that she had back in Camp Cretaceous. Therefore, she's had a massive character change, and I assume she would be doing a lot more shady stuff than just selling dinosaurs and going undercover. So it does make you think, why did she decide not to tell her friends that she's alive? Well, it is clear that she still remembers her friends. At the end of Chaos Theory Season 1, during that ending where we see Brooklyn, she still has a photo of her friends. So she is still clearly thinking about them. So whether or not she thinks about them to keep them safe, or whether or not she thinks about them to potentially harm them, I don't know, because it seems like she's going down a really dark route, and with that deadpan look on her face at the end of the show as well, maybe I wouldn't even be surprised if she does want to set out to kill her friends. I know, sounds ridiculous, but we have to think of every single possible scenario here. But yeah, it is clear that she does clearly still remember her friends. So why didn't she decide to tell anybody that she's alive? Well, maybe Brooklyn is pretending to be Ben's online girlfriend just to keep tabs on everyone. Maybe the most likely scenario here is that she still cares about her friends, she still wants them to be alive, and that there's no issue with them. So the best way to do this is to grow a relationship with Ben online and check in on him to see how he's doing, and then also to see how his friends are doing now that they have met up. So this could be one of Brooklyn's plans. She was able to identify Ben's phone number, track him down, and become, well, his girlfriend basically online. And therefore this means that she now has a closer connection to what's going on and understanding what's going on between her original crew from Camp Cretaceous. This way, since she is really dark and deep into the dark web of Jurassic World now, she's able to make sure that her friends are still alive and they aren't going anywhere dangerous. Or, on the contrary, she could be pushing them into a lot of danger, let's just say that. But I don't think that's the scenario here. And to me, if she is Ben's girlfriend and she is doing it for this mere sake, it would make a lot of sense just to keep them out of trouble, as she still clearly cares for them. If she still has that photo with her friends, then I'm sure she still cares in some way. So I believe keeping tabs on her friends like this while staying undercover makes a lot of sense to me, and that's why I believe that Brooklyn is actually Ben's online girlfriend. So yeah, this is just another theory I have regarding Season 1. I just couldn't sit there thinking that Ben's girlfriend is actually real. Like, she was barely mentioned, and then she suddenly lives on the other side of the world? Yeah, I'm not buying it whatsoever. Something is fishy there, and I'm certain that Brooklyn is involved in some way. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and whilst you're there, why not also like and subscribe too? But for now, all I ask for from you guys today is to make sure you're all staying safe out there, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye. Hello, hi, you. Did you enjoy the video? Just a little reminder to press that like button and also subscribe. I just want to thank my Patreons for this month on screen right here, as giving me that little extra support really does go a long way. But anyways, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day.